and as families get ready to send their kids back to school, there are a whole lot of questions about whether masks will be necessary. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Mike Savino asked the governor if he has made a decision on a statewide policy. And Mike, what did he have to say about that?
Well, Aaron, he said it could still be a couple of weeks because he wants to get the latest information. He says the important thing is making sure that it's safe for all kids to go back in school this year. He wants all kids back because so many fell behind last school year.
Look, when you're 7 years old, you can't have a lost year. We're not going to have a lost year.
Many students fell behind during a year of remote learning, finding it hard to connect with teachers and staff. Special education students especially couldn't access the resources they needed through school. The state is now looking to get them back on track, spending $16 million in COVID relief funds to make sure those students are ready to learn after last year's disruptions.
Really make sure that no time was lost, that they're moving forward in all the right ways.
Here in Higganum, the school district is using the money for extra training, but the funding can also be used for staffing if needed. Many students fell behind last year, especially with kids who opted to learn from home. Lamont says he wants all kids to return this year so they can access those resources. Superintendents agree.
In other words, not remote learning every day, but if there are issues with quarantining or medical issues.
But will masks be needed as part of the return to school plan? The CDC is now recommending it for all students. Lamont remains undecided, but he said today he is leaning toward requiring it.
We're checking to see what's the appropriate approach to take, and we'll continue to have that conversation so that districts can have that information as soon as possible.
He and his education department have not decided whether they'll keep in place an executive order that doesn't expire until September 30th, requiring masks in schools. Superintendents think this is the chance to get data while keeping everyone safe.
I feel that the executive order that the governor has in place right now up until September 30th should remain.
Now, again, Lamont says that he wants to wait as long as possible so that he can gather data. He pointed to the United Kingdom as a reason why. They were dealing with the Delta variant before we were and saw a surge in cases. But over the last week, cases have dropped by 30% as more people get vaccinated. Live from the mobile newsroom, Mike Savino, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.